Now, if you create files and you create files and you create files, you're just going to have a huge trash heap of files. So it does make sense to know how to remove them. And removing those files is not actually part of the same group of objects that we've been using to work with files so far today. In fact, you have to import a module called OS, which stands for operating system, and that allows Python to interface with the operating system. And then you are using os.remove. This method takes the file as an argument, and again, it's the file name as a string or a path to the file. Be very careful here, because you can start blowing away system files with this command. You're interfacing directly with the operating system. You can destroy the entire operating system of your computer by doing this in a bad way. Or you can write viruses and send them to your friends. I didn't say that. I'm going to edit that out of the video later. I'll deny it if anybody says anything. So os.remove is how you delete files. And then finding files is important. And this isn't really finding files, it's more like verifying that it exists. This is a easier way. This is a look before you leap way of opening that file. So now what we can do is I better import, there we go, OS, and then if os.path exists, os.path exists, my data.text, and that has to be a string. There we go. Then we're going to do that. Now the open command doesn't need to be in a try statement. So now we've got both look before you leap and easier to ask for forgiveness and permission at play here. And if I want to, I can say else. If the file doesn't exist, then print I couldn't find the file. Okay, so that's how you might do this. And if you're taking, by the way, if you are taking a file name from a user as input, which you can do, then you definitely want to check to make sure it exists before you try and open it and generate an error. So now if I run this, now it wrote to that file, so I'm going to have a duplicate line in there, but that's fine. But if the file didn't exist, let's say I change the file name to something else, my data2, now it'll tell me it couldn't find the file. So that is how you will verify that a file exists before you do something like opening it or before you remove it, right? So you want to always verify that the file exists.